So Mark chapter 13 is very much taken up with prophetic utterances by the Lord Jesus Christ. And he answers two questions. When will it be that not one stone is left upon another of the temple buildings and Jerusalem generally? And that was fulfilled in AD 70, and Jesus answers that question. But the real focus becomes towards the end time. What will be the sign of the end of all things, that all will be fulfilled, and what we know as the return of Jesus Christ, the end of the world as we know it. And Jesus Christ gives many signs. Clearly, the people around in Jerusalem AD 70, at the destruction of Jerusalem and the temple, heeded the signs of the times, and many of them had prayed it wouldn't take place during winter. And they had heeded Christ's warning to flee when they saw the abomination that brings desolation standing in the place where it shouldn't be. Now, the only prophecy left to be fulfilled is the return of Christ and the end of the world, the fulfillment of all things. There are over 2,000 prophecies about this in the whole of the Bible. On average, 1 in every 30 verses speaks about the end of the world, the return of Jesus Christ, the beginning of forever. And we ought to take heed, and we oughtn't to be taken unawares. But interestingly, the signs that Jesus gives, wars, rumours of wars, false prophets, false Christs, the persecution of the church, again, the abomination that causes desolation, being in a place where it shouldn't be, the rise of the Antichrist. These are all signs we need to heed. But really, those are signs that have been fulfilled throughout the gospel age. Many thought that Napoleon was the Antichrist. Many thought that Hitler was the Antichrist. There are many times when people have thought the end is very, very near. The lesson to learn is this: we ought always to be ready. The day or the hour actually is unknown. And we ought to always, as Christians, have our bags packed and ready to go. The time shouldn't catch us out. We ought to be living as if this were the very last day we would spend on planet Earth, because one day it will be. And yet there is one sign which is yet to be fulfilled, which it seems will precede immediately the return of the Lord Jesus Christ and the end of all things. And that is that this gospel will be preached to all nations, and then the end will come. Now, that is getting very close now, certainly with the rise of the internet and social media. Radio has helped, and television, but certainly now the internet reaching into places and taking the gospel into areas where it has been unknown. Maybe the end is very close at this particular point. But again, men have always said that. The point is this: always be ready. Trust in the Lord Jesus Christ. Make sure that you have trusted in him, that he lived for you, died for you, rose again. Believe on the Lord Jesus Christ, and you shall be saved and ready whenever that day might come.